and welcome back to our final match of the day. It is going to be Estrell versus Mineski. Celebratory match, as both of these teams cannot finish first place anymore, but both exceptional teams, and it is, as you mentioned, really sad that we don't get to see them make it out, as in certain groups maybe you would have seen both of them do so. However, the bane of my existence for now will be having to deal with Carry Meister and Meister on the other team.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be really fun.
Oh man. But on the other hand, I do love the joke they made, as in on one side they have Carry Meister, on the other side they have the Carried Meister, and that they're all Meisters now. But nevertheless, it is going to be King's Row for the first map with a double tank, or rather triple tank defensive comp for the side of Estrell with Carry Meister on the McCree. And this is the comp I would have liked Sita play versus Bong, honestly.
Yeah, I really would have liked that too. This is a really solid comp. I mean, it's kind of on the teams whether they want to take this really seriously. As you said, this is basically a no-stakes match. Good on the teams for playing, and I think it's a good experience. And we'll try and make it as fun a cast as we can. We do see Khaled, he's gone on that Sombra. Not actually a terrible pick by any means. It's not a troll pick, but certainly a little bit unorthodox for him. Doesn't look like defense completely standard though. Carry Master's been really good on the crane.
I do like the Sombra. I think it was Rascal that really showed Sombra's capabilities on offense King's Row, if I recall correctly, on OGN, and already he does have the EMP ready to go, so you'll probably see him pop it straight up, as he's just gonna go in. And so far, no kills on either side just yet, but now Meister picks up the first one onto the opposing Carry Meister. Maybe a bit tunnel visioning on him, as he will assert his dominance for now, but for the rest of the fight, Disappear will be picking up one kill at the very least for Estrell, but that's all they get so far. And this is the power of Sombra offense here on King's Row, as she can build up that ultimate charge so fast. It can be the means to a victory, as they will be able to get the point and start the page load.
Yeah, that really is the power of Sombra. It's a lot of people wrote Sombra off initially for reasonably fair reasons. The gun's kind of there. Her kit, her stealth is kind of irrelevant. But when you actually realize how quickly that EMP charges, it's sort of ridiculous. Khaled is going to charge his second EMP before most people have charged their first ult. That's kind of ridiculous. Also, improvement from the last game. Payload has not been forgotten. John is on top of it.
But Meister did go in for the Graviton. Not entirely sure if it was the optimal choice, as it's not really gaining too much out of it. But the Earth Shatter was used there in the end by Serpent to try and make something happen. But on the other side, Calblock still on that Sombra, alive and ready to go with another EMP. Outside of that Graviton, nothing else was used for Mineski, and as a result, they are good to go with the payload approaching that checkpoint. Only one on it for now, for the most part. However, with the remainder of the team slowly regrouping towards said payload, they will have the EMP ready to go. Casting it will cancel out the Deadeye, and as a result, not only do they get the checkpoint, but the kills come through. Meister already charged up and ready to go with another Graviton, as Mineski just steamrolled their way through the opposition for now.
Yeah, I mean, Khaled showing the power of Sombra. Next UK election, immigration's going to be a big issue. You know, I mean, Sombra is sneaking into the UK here and doing horrible damage. So, I mean, that was a terrible joke, but
self-destruct will be used, and so far get two out of it, and as a result, Estrell should be able to stabilize. Even Meister there will be left by his lonesome self, finally going down, as he does decide to reset and regroup with his team. And Another interesting swap will be the choice for Mineski, home on the McCree, and Reaper for Khaled for now.
Interesting to say the least. I mean, Disappear might struggle with dealing with a Reaper, but I mean, Roadhog vs Reaper is a little bit of a coin flip. If you hit the hook, the Reaper loses. I think that might be a pick from fun more than.
Sound barrier was used though, and now with the nano boost, Serpents will be knocked away all the way back into the corner, and with the Earth Shatter available, he's gonna pick up 2, and with that, making it a third to a 4th kill towards his team. And Estrell once again stabilized. 3 minutes 47 seconds remaining though. Beyblade will be good to go for Mineski into that next team fight. Superlocks will have the Earth Shatter too. And interestingly enough, Joran making the swap over to Zenyatta after popping the sound barrier.
I quite like it. It just means that when Khaled goes in, you can have the orb on him. Obviously, it'll stay on him when he goes into that Wraith form. It just helps him move through the team and stay healthy.
Oh, but sneaky Carry Meister all the way from the back is gonna go for the rocket barge. However, nice reaction time coming out of Zarel to make sure he gets to stop him there in the end. And now Deadeye plus Khaled, that's going to get booped out of existence. Kerprow with the shutdown there is going to be the hero from that end. But on the other side, home still having that Deadeye is going to be big. Self-destruct is going to be used, but the rest of Estrell not able to go back towards the payload in time. Means that Mineski get it in the end.
Yeah, they did get it over the line there. Really strong attack from Mineski. I love the Sombra. Like, as much as I think it was a oh well as an exhibition and as well, it actually was incredibly strong there. Really shows the power of Sombra as kind of a niche pick. Wouldn't say you pick Sombra in every comp by any means, but bringing it out every now and then with a purpose. I mean, we saw there. Having the ult ready in the first 45 seconds of the match is ridiculous.
Especially considering the lineup of Estrell. Sure, the shields would be there, the Matrix can keep them safe, but when they were huddled like they were in pretty much a ball, death ball, to a certain degree, if you will, all the way to the back, it made it all too easy for the rest of Mineski to follow up on that EMP and make sure most of Estrell fall short to it. But sides will get swapped. Very standard play coming out of Mineski when it comes to their choices. And on the other side, I'd like to see the Hanzo coming out of Carry Meister.
I mean,
Combos there with
shot.
Disappear. Not sure if it's going to be the choice, but it would be a treat to watch. And Carry Meister has been one to show off, so
Carry Meister played May attack on King's Row. How much worse is Hanzo? Really?
Hey, Hanzo has seen quite a bit of competitive play when it comes to King's Row offense, and we've seen it played to good success even in the Overwatch Southeast Asian tournament here in one of the groups. I believe it was all the way back in group 3, but nevertheless, Carry Meister now will stick to his guns, running that Hanzo and
his bow.
Oh, apologies, his bow. That is indeed the case, as the rest of the team is going to charge in, and so far catching Calibol a bit off guard. The Bionade was there, but the follow-up wasn't, and as a result, Meister still finds the first kill of that particular engage. Now Kerpow was the first one to go down, and Superlocks with the rest of the kills coming through for Mineski. This should be a good defensive hold on their end, but again, even with the ult economy advantage in favor of Mineski and everything, I still give my personal bonus points to Estrell for putting up a show.
I completely agree. The Grunchon third isn't too far off. Carry Meister's just got to land a few shots and then they've got the guaranteed team wipe. That's how that works, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Commenting on the actual fight though, there was a huge Arna nade in the back line. I'm pretty sure at one point everyone was anti him.
But the big thing is, Disappear now does have the Graviton, and Kerpal actually pops the blade. We'll be able to pick up 1 kill, still alive for now. But the question is for how long? Not a lot, as Home still finds that one in the end. And nice patience coming out of Disappear to make sure he does not pop the Graviton. And it's not every day you see a Zarya get grabbed before a Hanzo gets the Dragon Strike. However, Disappear has been pretty nuts on this Estrell lineup. Like, looking at the whole team in general, not only did he usually get that charge real quick in this round, he's done it before, even in when facing off against Monk. So we'll see what he can do here.
As well. Serpens went down pretty badly just there. Hammer down used for basically as well. Serpens, he didn't play well in that one little passage and play there, but he's actually been an incredible Reinhardt in the matches that we've seen. That insane team fight in the Foundry of this map, Serpens was the MVP for his team. That was incredible out of him. He hit that 5-man hammer down. I like him switching onto the right.
But Blurry, this is the time. The combo is available. It is ready. And Carry Meister is good to go. Will this be it? Can they do it? The Graviton was used on both sides, but how many kills can it actually grab? The sound barrier was there, and the answer is absolutely none. And as a result, Meister has been on fire on this fair. He did make the swap over to this particular pick, and even though I haven't seen Meister play too much of it, so far it's been pretty crazy on it too.
I mean, yeah, Meister's basically been crazy on everything he's picked up so far today. He's played incredibly well. Like, as I said, it's really unfortunate with the Mineski side that they can't get the first place. It's just, you know, unfortunately sometimes that's how brackets work. Because they and Bong are incredibly evenly matched.
And the Air Shatter now being used is going to be good by Serpents, but unfortunately not as great when the rest of your team is dead. And as a result, it is still going to be Meister raining down rockets from above. And even with the blade now being popped, Kerpal, desperate final attempt, will be shut down. Superlocks was there to play spoiler, and as a result, this is going to be Mineski winning King's Row.
Yeah, Mineski's showing that they're such a solid team. Would have loved to see them and Bong in that tiebreaker, but you can't always get what you want. But we did get a Hanzo Zarya combo, so I mean, can we really complain?
And, you know, kind of anticlimactic once it was there. However, on the other side, Meister had some pretty good time on Zarya.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, he really, once he switched over onto that barrier, he was incredible. As we see, just so much accuracy in his shot there.
And
it was good.
While I would like to praise Mineski for putting up a show by picking Sombra, I still think she is actually a valid pick. And even though they probably are coming out like, hey, look at us with our wacky composition and putting up a show, this is good practice for them. I think that is very smart of them to actually pull it off here and try it out, because again, just he played it really well, especially on that first 8 point. Just really good, and got to show us just in general why Sombra should be considered and why she totally has the potential to be picked more often in the future. But as of now, hasn't been too popular. We'll see what comes of it in the upcoming matches. Of course, we've seen, as said, some Marissa Torp combinations on certain points in certain tourneys, online tourneys. So who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we'll see some more Sombra as well. But it is going to be Anubis for the next one. So Anubis.
Glad to see Anubis over Hanamura. Hanamura has been a little bit one-dimensional today.
Been pretty one-sided for the most part, whereas Anubis was pretty exciting. So we'll see what both of these teams can do as we get ready to load in.
Now entering the temple of Anubis.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keen to see what they run here. Sombra's actually not too bad on this point either. I think you're right, and the King's Row's a little bit better. But there are 2 health packs you can hack on either side of the arch. Get a bit of ult charge rolling. You can go into this, into the little side room, hack the small health pack. Maybe won't see her again. I wouldn't mind it though. Khaled has already picked Roadhog, so he won't be the one to repeat. Though I think they're on defense. First up.
To be
Sombra
fair,
defense, I'm not sure about that one.
Sombra defense second point, I'd say could work. Whereas on A point, I would definitely agree. I don't really like Sombra here on A. But B is still an option. Offense, of course, still an option. However, so far, looking at both of the comps, it's looking like it's going to be pretty standard on both ends.
Yeah, the Farm Earthy coming out of Estrell, I like. Carrymeister's been a very strong player for them. So putting him... I would hope Kit Kat pockets him quite hard.
Try not to get yourselves killed up.
I think it would be a bit of a waste if he didn't. But we'll see. Serpens has moved away from that Reinhardt that he has been so good on. Reinhardt's not the greatest for attacking this point. I like the Winston pick. Disappear, again, moving away from the Zaya that he's been so good on, but he's been good on D.Va from when we said MLG's basically played Lucio all day. As is very typical of Lucio players, they're basically just playing Lucio. Overall, 2 good team comps. It's just going to be a matter of execution now.
And so far, still, Carrymeister hitting quite a few shots. We'll be able to pick up that first blood onto home, setting the sights onto Joho now. Will not be able to get anything done there as Kelblock will answer with a double kill of his own, actually picking up both supports. And with that, it could just be enough for Mineski to hold here, as Carrymeister still is left alive for now, but as he will be contested, Meister will be the one to take him down. And Kelblock, or rather Khaled Bolg on this Roadhog, absolutely insane right now.
I do wonder what Khaled Bolg means. I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's actually a word. It might be. Regardless, very strong hold there out of Mineski.
And
You're just gonna have to keep doing it because ult economy's favoring the attackers for the moment.
We might see Krapal pop that blade. It is ready to go. However, with the kill going in favor of blue, it should mean that Krapal is going to wait at the release for now until the rest of his team regroups towards the point. Interestingly enough, Home did make the swap over to Tracer from Soldier, as Superflox did pick up a kill onto KitKat. Now looks for the second one on the Genji, and as kills are all in favor of Mineski, this should be an easy hold, even with one member still contesting on the point. He'll go down. Krapal now forced to regroup, and a lot of ultimates on both ends. However, defensive side now with an advantage.
Yeah, we're pretty close to seeing 10 ults available. KitKat also very close to his. The next fight is going to be incredibly explosive and may well decide the point. In fact, almost certainly will, because all of these ults are going to be.
And now with the blade
Again,
being popped, instant sleep. Oh man, instantly hit with the sleep dart means that he will go down, and as a result, Mineski again hold valiantly as they pop 3 ultimates of their own in return. However, over on the side of Estrell, they'll still have quite a few to work with in the next one, as Blade was the only one used, I believe, so should be still good enough to potentially get the point here.
I mean, I said that it was going to be an explosive fight that might save the point. Thankfully, after the sleep, they actually pulled the one on twice.
Self-destruct picks up a kill on both sides, but both supports for Mineski are down, and as a result, unless the lineup of Mineski come up with some hero play from their tanks, I don't see how they can actually hold this first point. Carrymeister now finally gets the kill onto the Tracer. Res was used on top as well for the lineup of Estrell, and with that in mind, this should be point going over in favor of Estrell. But with that being said, Joran managed to run all the way back towards the point, Tyrell 2. And now with the sleep guard
They're not
hitting.
making this easy.
Kapow still popping the blade, sets a silence onto Deanna. Finally gets her there in the end. Self-destruct was used though again. And as a result, Home still managing to get back towards the point, and somehow in all of this mess, Home picks up a double, and Mineski actually managed to potentially get a full hold here.
Yeah, this looks like it will be the full hold. We're being told that in fact Whom is actually Who Me. We have been terrible with pronunciation.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Oh man. I am the worst. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, it is a team effort in being the worst. But it will look like it's the full hold. Disappears, not going to get to the point in time. 23.5% in it to keep it going.
And oh man, my Transylvanian roots kicking in with all of these pronunciations, and I guess this is the bane of someone that lived in one country for the most part, different language, then moved on to Germany and now tries to speak and cast in English. Might be a bit of a problem when it comes to some of the accent and pronunciation.
At least you have an excuse.
But still, not enough of an excuse. I'm just, you know, copping out here. But nevertheless, Mineski managed to somehow pull out a full hold in the end. That was some excellent play by not only Meister on that diva alongside Who Me. So again, apologies on that behalf, on my behalf, for that one, for making it through there in the end, because both supports went down in that team fight.
Yeah.
But they managed to stay alive and on the point in order to make sure they contest. And Estrell, as a result, managed to get only 23.5%.
Yeah, that's really not much. It's going to come down to one team fight. Like, the defense just has to be perfect here. Looking at their comp, I mean, they've got a tourbillon. Maybe something like this is a more compact point.
Maybe, but
compared to Hanamura.
I still think there are plenty of line of sights for the most part. Quite a lot of room for the attacking team to work around the tourbillon, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Estrell with the mat strats will come out on top as the round will start. Eyes on Humi for now, on this Widowmaker, looking for those picks. Reinhardt is there for Serpents to keep most of his teammates alive for now, as Disappear also they're on point to make sure he is contested on that high ground. And as a result, Mineski will be at a man disadvantage for now, at the very least until they regroup. Of course, the response not as bad for the attacking side, at the very least for now, on the A point, as Prow manages to somehow find Humi there on the Tracer. Didn't make the swap over, but now with Joran picking up the turret, still no other kill on the side of Mineski. Carry Meister finally going down. It is a bit of a spread team fight as both teams regroup towards that middle section for now. Primal Rage was popped by Disappear. Gets the kill onto Humi, who made another swap, this time over on the Soldier.
I mean, this is quite brave here from the defense, holding this far forward. All it takes is, you know, a flanker or two to get through, and suddenly you may find yourself very close to losing the map. Still, so far it's working, as the flankers just haven't gone through.
And
the sleep on the nano boost.
Nice sleep coming through, and even Meister went all the way to the back to make sure Carry Meister doesn't get there back in time. And now with the whole hog coming out of Caliball, this should be more than enough, as the blade was popped by the Genji 2, and Mineski, as a result, get the win, get the 2-0, and managed to get a second place finish overall in the group.
Yeah, I mean, props to Mineski. I've said this a couple times, but they really were up to Bong's level. Mate, I don't mean that they were better than Bong. I think it was a very even matchup between those two teams. just kind of unfortunate that they ended up in the same group. Same goes for Estrell here. 3 incredibly strong teams happen to be in the same group. Only one country.
And not just Estrell, we also had teams like the Vanquisher, who were quite impressive. Unfortunately, they decided to forfeit. It is, again, unfortunate, but nevertheless, with that being said, congratulations to all of the participating teams. I think this has been quite a lot of good practice for some of these teams like Mineski and Estrell, who at the very least had the good support, or were good supports, and played it all through to the end. But again, once more, I want to give out huge shout outs to Blizzard to giving us the opportunity to bring you all of these awesome matches, because not only Group 8 being as exciting as it was today, we had a lot of great teams participating, a lot of great teams fighting their way towards the further stages. But again, my name's been Brunch, joined once again by Blurry. You can find me on Twitter down below. You can find Blurry down below over there on that side. And once again, any final shout outs, any final things, final words?
I mean, just well played to all teams, really. That'd be about it. I would have loved to see all these teams move on, but I really am keen to see Bong as they keep going. They were really impressive.
Well, for sure. Most of the teams, to be fair, from all the different groups. But nevertheless, once again, thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.